Okay, welcome to this video. I just noticed that every time I shoot a video I have a blue shirt on. I do have other color shirts in my closet. I do. I just, for some reason, I always have a blue shirt on. Okay, in this video we're going to be talking about some of the compromises that we made when we ended up selecting our house that we wanted built. So we had, in summers, rented a lot of houses, so we had a pretty good idea of what it is we wanted, and we made a list. And if you read our blog, the list is out there of everything we wanted in that house. When it came down to selecting a house, we had to make some compromises. We didn't get everything that we ended up wanting, so that's what this is. I have 12 items that I wanted to discuss. There's probably more, but there's 12 right here. And one thing that we noticed is that house designs that are being built today are different than the houses that we were renting. So the houses we rented were probably built 10-20 years ago, and for whatever reason those house designs changed. So a lot of the things that we thought we could get, they're just not in the house designs. You can't get them anymore. Now the biggest thing, the hardest thing, is probably the pool house. So we wanted to go directly into a house that had a pool, because what's Florida without a pool? Well, as we learned, the home builders don't put in pools, and that's because the pool construction is so behind schedule and they're so delayed that they couldn't get the houses done in time if they had to wait for the pools to get done. As a result, the pools get done afterwards, and the pool building companies are way behind schedule. We're expecting probably our pool's going to be delayed until maybe 6 months after we move in. So if we move in August, that means there's no pool for 2021. Pool won't be finished until 2022 possibly, right? So that was a bit of a compromise we had to make. Second thing was the first floor bedroom. Pretty much every place we rented, the master bedroom was on the first floor, and it was wonderful. It had a big nice window opening up to the pools. It was just very, very nice right off the living room, and you didn't have to deal with stairs. And I'm not getting any younger, so not having to deal with stairs was kind of a good selling point. But what we're finding is that to conserve the size of the lots, because the lots are so small down there, some of them are like 50 feet by 110, and this lot here in New York is 100 feet by 200, just as a comparison. Now the lot we happen to be getting is a bit larger. I think it's 85 feet by 135, something like that. So it's not in Florida terms, it's a pretty big lot, but it's still not very big. So they kind of cram a lot of house onto these lots, and as a result what they end up doing is they build the second floor over top of the garage in a lot of cases. Now that makes for a larger second floor and a smaller first floor, and a result of that, the sacrifice is the master bedroom goes upstairs. So the house design we picked, master bedroom's on the second floor. So we'll be doing stairs for the foreseeable future as long as we're in this house. Next thing is I do a lot of cooking, and I love to grill. So I wanted an outdoor kitchen. They call them summer kitchens, right? So you would come up, you'd sit at a bar, and on the other side of the bar would be, the cooking area. There'd be a grill and some kind of a burner so that you can you cook up pots or pans or whatever, and then you've got the grill part for everything else. A sink, and you can have other kitchen items out there. Well, we put so much into the house, the outdoor kitchen just doesn't fit in the budget right now. Now, I'm going to do something. I'm going to have a grill outside. At some point I'll put up some kind of a small bar. But it's not what I was really hoping for. Next is large lanai. So in Florida terms, a lanai is a patio with a roof, and it's usually enclosed with a screen to keep the bugs out. Not always, but usually. And sometimes that screen isn't just for the porch area, it also goes all the way around the pool as well. Well, I wanted a lanai that stretches all the way across the back of the house. They're not available. All the places we went to, the biggest they had went about 2/3 of the way across the back of the house. And I think in some cases they do that so they can put the air conditioner out back, so you can't see the air conditioner from the street. So they leave a little bit of the backyard for that. I don't want that. I want the air conditioner on the side of the house. I want the lanai across the whole back of the house. And part of the reason is because if I do a kitchen out back, I'm going to need that big lanai. I'm going to want a sitting area, eating area, cooking area. But they just don't have it. Now, maybe I can do something later on. The challenge with doing it later on is that's a structural change to the house, and those are more difficult to get done with an HOA, more difficult to get done with the town, and you have to have professionals come in and do it. It isn't something I could throw up on a weekend because it's just the way it is down there. So that was kind of disappointing. So we're going to get the lanai that goes 2/3 of the way across the back of the house, and that's the biggest there is. Our plan is when the pool comes in, we're going to put the pool decking across it all, and maybe put up a little cabana or something, so that we're going to get something similar to what it is that we kind of have envisioned, but it's not exactly. That was a compromise. Next, we want to tile everywhere. Now, up north, carpets are nice. They keep your feet warm, especially in winter. But down south, the bugs hide in the carpet, and the carpets get disgusting. So we had decided early on we didn't want carpets at all anywhere. We wanted the whole house to be tiled. And a lot of the places we rented, it didn't have expensive tile. It was just regular tile, and that was fine. We don't need the expensive stuff. We don't need this wood look stuff. We don't need any of that. Just basic tile is fine. Functional. That's what we're looking for. Well, it's cheaper to take the base package carpet and then hire somebody later to come in and do the tile work. Well, the disadvantage of that is if you do the tile work up front, it gets put in your mortgage, you pay for it across 30 years. If you pay somebody afterwards to come in and do the tile work, you got to have the money then, right? So it's not in your mortgage. So we looked at it and decided, you know what? We're just going to take the carpets. We'll deal with it. We've had carpets forever. We're used to it. We're just going to have to keep them extra clean, I guess. We are going to expand, where the tile is around the kitchen a little bit more, but for the most part, we're just going to keep the carpet. And if we turn out to be really unhappy with the carpet, I'm told it's not that tough to rip it up and put in the tile. It's just, more money. Okay, number 6. We're going to have 4 drivers at our house. My 2 boys, myself, my wife. That's 4 cars. So we wanted to make sure we had a driveway where we could park 4 cars in it. I mean, here in New York, we've had at times 8 cars in our driveway. So we wanted to make sure we could have at least 4. The garage, we're going to be using that for other things. A gym, a wood shop, storage. We don't want to park cars in there. That's part of the house. We're going to be using it. Well, HOA has restrictions. You can only have 2 cars in the driveway. The builder seller says, no, you got a 3-car garage, because we're getting a 3-car garage, that you can have 3 cars in your driveway. Well, we got 4 cars. What are we going to do? We're going to end up having to put 1 car in the garage in order to keep the HOA people happy. We'll push it. We'll try to do the 4 cars outside. But the issue in Florida, again, is these lots are not that big. So the driveway isn't that long. And if we put a 4th car out there, that 4th car is going to be sitting on the sidewalk, and somebody's going to be upset that they have to walk around it instead of being able just to walk down the sidewalk. So that's not really going to work. So that's a compromise we made. We wanted a driveway that could hold 4 cars, and it's gonna at best be 3 cars. Our next one, number 7, is the guest room. So, you know, we've got big dreams of people coming and visiting us, and we all going to Disney and all that. So just the continual rotation every weekend, somebody new coming down, seeing us. So we wanted to make sure we had a guest room. Now, whether that's true or not, people actually come and see us, I don't know. But we wanted that option. And also, we wanted a storeroom, right? So we've got Christmas decorations. You can put the Christmas decorations out in the garage where, you know, maybe it's 150 degrees in the middle of the summer and everything melts and is destroyed. Or you can put them in the spare bedroom and they won't get ruined. So we thought, let's have a spare bedroom where we can store some things that we need to. Looking through the houses, that was something that had to get cut. We had to go from the KB Plan 3206 down to the KB Plan 3016, something like that, which meant a bedroom got lost on the second floor. Unfortunate, but it's not too bad. We do have the second floor living room, and the boys will have a second floor game room. And the second floor living room can have pull-out couches, and we can have guests stay over. They just won't have privacy. They'll be out in the second floor living room where there could possibly be some traffic. Okay, next thing, that was number 7. Number 8 is not to be house poor, right? So our financial advisor gave us a budget for the house plus the pool. Unfortunately, to get a house with most of the things that we wanted in it, we had to spend both the house budget and the pool budget. So all that money is going into the house instead. Now, the pool isn't going to come for another 6 months. That gives us some time to save up for the pool. The pool is going to be, a loan, 10 to 15 year loan. That's how they do them. We'll put some money down based on how much we've been able to save up. But at the end of the day, we are spending more on house plus pool than what our financial advisor wanted us to. Don't tell him. Please don't tell him. But that's just the way it is. Now, I believe it's all going to pay back, right? So the equity down there in houses is just going through the roof. And even if there's a bubble that pops, it'll come back. So I'm not concerned. And if the bubble pops, we still have a house. We're still living in it. So what, right? We could just ride it out for an extra 10, 15, 20 years until we die. It's not going to matter. Who cares? So I understand the downside, but the upside is pretty good too. If the bubble doesn't pop, I'm going to build up some nice equity. Here in New York, our money goes to property taxes. Down there, my money's going to be going right into equity into the house. So that's nice. And the housing values keep rising up. So keep your fingers crossed. No real estate bubble pop there. But the fact is that we're going to have to pay attention to some of our spending just because we're putting so much into the house as a result of that. So it's just something we got to keep an eye on. The Florida car. So if you saw the vision board, you probably saw my Florida car. It's a convertible sports car. And because we're putting so much money into the house, my Florida car probably is not going to be a convertible sports car. It's probably going to be a Yugo, used, bought from the junkyard. But hey, I'm in Florida, so driving a Yugo in Florida is better than driving a Porsche in New York, I'll tell you. Even with the crazy traffic. Next, number 10, we wanted to buy into a place that has a good walking score. Now, what a walking score is does the neighborhood have sidewalks, and can you walk around it, and how far can you walk? Is there walking trails, that kind of a thing? All that adds into a walking score for the neighborhood. Well, this neighborhood has a relatively small circle on the side of a hill. So you will come out of my house, go downhill, around the bend, come uphill, around the bend, come back downhill to the house. And it's not a very big loop. So you're just gonna, if you want to get any distance, you're just gonna be walking around in circles. Not ideal for walkability. A lot of the places we've rented during the summers have sprawling neighborhoods, and you can just go out and explore, and you can walk and walk and walk till your shoes fall off, and just see all the different houses and the different neighborhoods, and you can just keep going. That's not the case here. So you better like that loop. You better like going uphill and downhill, because that's all there is for walkability. Okay, number 11. We wanted each of our boys to have their own bathroom on the second floor. Why? Well, honestly, young men are disgusting, right? What their attention is not on having a clean bathroom. Their attention is not making sure the garbage gets changed out. Their attention is not making sure that the shower gets cleaned out, the towels get picked up off the floor. None of that. Their mind and focus is on, I got to get back to my video game, or whatever's going on. And as a result, it's a continual battle. Who made the mess in here? Who left all their towels? Who did this? Who did that? And they're always pointing their fingers at each other. So what we really wanted was 2 separate bathrooms on the second floor, 1 for each boy. But the second bathroom was going to be an additional $6,000. Well, we thought about it, about how much we're already putting in, and did we want to put in another $6,000? And we decided not to do it. So that means the boys are going to continue blaming each other. We're going to continue having these arguments, and life will just go on. This is the way it is. And you think, with this kind of a purchase, what's another $6,000? Well, $6,000 for this, some more tile. Linda wants 9-foot ceilings, this, that, and the other thing. Before you know it, it just gets insane. You've got to draw the line somewhere. You've got to say enough is enough at some point, right? And having 2 bathrooms on the second floor was a luxury we honestly didn't need. What we need is the boys just to clean up after themselves in the bathroom, right? Pick up your towels and stuff. All right, enough of that. Let's go on to number 12. We wanted a first floor laundry. So there's 2 schools of thoughts here. Well, the one school of thought is you want the laundry room to be located where you spend most of your daytime. And most of your daytime's going to be on the first floor, where the office is, the living room is, the kitchen is, the pool is. You're going to be down there all day long. So have the laundry there. Otherwise, every time you need to switch load, you got to run back up the stairs, switch the load, run back down the stairs. That's one school of thought. The other school of thought is put the laundry room next to where the laundry is, which is the bedrooms. Makes it real easy and convenient. So that's the battle there. First floor, second floor laundry. And we like the first floor laundry. Maybe we're old school, I don't know. But I think it's much easier if it's on the first floor. Yeah, you got to carry the dirty laundry down the stairs, the clean laundry back up the stairs. But I don't know, it just seems like the right thing to do, and it's what we've always done, so maybe that's why. The house design we picked has a second floor laundry. Maybe it's not quite as bad as what I think it's going to be, and we'll get used to it. Well, we're going to have to get used to it. Running up the stairs every time, got to switch the load over. But the boys' game room is upstairs, so maybe they'll just switch the laundry over. We'll put them in charge of that. We'll put them in charge of cleaning up their bathroom and then putting it in the laundry and pushing it through. Well, anyways, that's the 12 compromises that we made. We walked into this thinking we wanted certain things, and they didn't pan out the way we thought or hoped they would. None of this is super major. None of it's a deal killer, but it is just an adjustment in what we were thinking we were going